Good afternoon. I'm Gwendolyn Morton, and this is Live at 5 on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here. Some of our top headlines for the day: another inmate death at the Madison County Detention Center. Plus, the man accused of killing Scott County deputy has pleaded guilty, and Richmond Parks are hiring for the summer. We've got the details on that. Plus, of course, a look at the weather with Sam Ryan and your sports report with Michael Watkins. That is all coming up today, live at 5. But first, in our WBON TV big story of the day, a Waco man is dead after what is being described as a medical episode at the detention center yesterday afternoon. Madison County Detention Center personnel alerted local authorities and EMTs yesterday regarding the inmate's condition that was described as suffering from a medical episode. Response units arrived just after 5:30 and transported Anthony Gordon, 53 of Waco, to Baptist Health for treatment, where he was later pronounced deceased. Gordon's body has been taken to Frankfort for autopsy results. Kentucky State Police is heading up the death investigation. Of course, we'll have more details as they become available right here on Live at 5. Well, in a story we've been following for quite some time, Stephen Shingshang has pleaded guilty Wednesday to the murder of Scott County Sheriff's Deputy Caleb Conley and was immediately sentenced to life in prison without parole. Shingshang waived his right to be physically present for the plea and sentencing hearing. He pleaded guilty to charges in both Scott and Fayette counties. During the hearing, emotional victim impact statements were given by Conley's mother, Jolene, and his wife, Rachel. Rachel Conley stated, "Today we accept the plea of guilty, and I'm okay with that. Had he been sentenced to death, at least he would have seen that coming." Unlike Caleb, Shingshang offered an apology to the victims, adding, "There's evidence that could be brought to light, and I hope one day that it is." The judge responded directly to Shingshang, saying the sentence will never undo the damages you have done. Deputy Conley was killed during a traffic stop on I-75 in May of 2023. Shingshang faced multiple charges, including the murder of a police officer, robbery, as well as wanton endangerment. Well, nestled just outside the Ravenna city limits, Kentucky Mountain Moonshine is considered to something as a hidden treasure. WBON TV visited the 1800s farm, which is home to the distillery and a recently opened brick oven pizza restaurant. With more on the story, along with a preview of the hiking and cave trails scheduled to be open in the spring, here's WBON TV, Loretta McPherson.
I'm Loretta McPherson, and we are here today at Kentucky Mountain Moonshine on Cow Creek Road in Ravenna. Discovering hidden gems is what we're doing. There's hidden gems and treasures in any small county that you look in Kentucky. And today we're talking with Howard Arvin about his 3 treasures here in Kentucky, just a little bit outside the city limits. So sometimes they're off the beaten path and other times they're right under your nose. And this one has been under your nose for a long time. Kentucky Mountain Moonshine, brick oven pizza, camping, hiking, and spelunking in a cave, no doubt, right here on this 600-plus acre farm in Ravenna, Kentucky.
Yeah, our distillery, we've been open about 16 years, actually. We do about 10 gallons a day. We do everything by hand, and what we do is called a sweet mash, meaning we only use the corn one time. We've got an 80 proof clear, we got a 30 proof smoky apple pie, a 30 proof smoky cranberry, and then also got a 90 proof vanilla bean.
Now, has moonshine always been in your family?
Yeah, Dad cooked when I was little, 16 so years ago. That's when the feds loosened all the regulations and these little craft distilleries to get a license. And it was, just use the recipe that Dad used, and we just kind of built on it from there.
Now, you have just recently added a second leg to your group of treasures here at Kentucky Mountain Moonshine. Now, we're going to step over into that second part and let you tell us about the brick oven pizza.
Yeah, we got the idea about 2 years ago and been working on getting this set up and things, and it's about 6.5 feet deep, so it's one of the biggest pizza ovens around. When you build your fire in it, what we use is oak and hickory wood. Gives it a really unique flavor. And we do a kind of a different version on the dough. So it's much like a sourdough, but it's not sour. So what that does, it makes the dough much more digestible on things.
Now, do you make your sauce for the pizza as well?
Yeah, we do all here for our own sauces and things with it. So it's not pre-canned at all. And all of our ingredients and things is fresh. And I think that's what makes such a difference.
And that leads us to our third treasure here at Kentucky Mountain Moonshine. And we're going to skip on over into the farmhouse to discuss what that one is. Now, what else does this place offer besides pizza and moonshine?
We're also going to do primitive camping. We've set up a trail system and things. It's a cave. One trail is only like 0.6 miles, but it's a little bit of an uphill grade and things. The other trail is like 2.5 miles, so it's a decent little track. If you like splunking and things, you can actually go back in the cave.
You also have a beautiful creek that runs through here with a waterfall. And back in the day, back in the 70s, this was the hot spot for the teenagers in Estill County. So I'm sure if you're from Estill County, you remember this portion of this farm. So you're opening up this spring for all these activities.
465 Cow Creek Road. We're right beside the National Guard Armory, the next driveway past the Armory.
When you're out and about, discover your hidden gems in your own community, just like Kentucky Mountain Moonshine. You can check out their Facebook page. They have their menu for the brick oven pizza as well on there. And opening this spring, they'll have camping, primitive camping, hiking, and spelunking right here on the farm. So when you're driving around in Ravenna, an old farmhouse on the side of the road, sometimes it pays to stop and pay attention to those little hidden gems. I'm Loretta McPherson, reporting for WBON Channel 9.
Thanks, Loretta. Pizza, moonshine, and a little bit of hiking. I think I could sign up for that. Looks like a good time. Thanks for the story. Well, Richmond Parks and Recreation announced today they are now hiring for dozens of fun summer jobs. Those include positions at the Paradise Cove, Adventure Falls, lifeguards, umpires, and more. There's only a couple of weeks to apply for these positions in most cases, so you can learn more about that by visiting their Richmond Parks and Recreation Facebook page. And that just means summer's right around the corner. I'm loving that. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We're going to find out how close summer is. We've got Sam in the Weather Center coming up right after this.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience. We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now Stihl in our Georgetown store. Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come. And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Are you tired of the same food options when you're trying to decide what's for dinner? Let Mammut Bar and Grill in Richmond ease that burden. Their one-of-a-kind menu offers fine Mexican options, plus burgers, a large selection of sandwiches and wraps, pasta, steaks, seafood, and a full list of appetizers. You can please everyone on your guest list with a trip to Mammut Bar and Grill, located in Richmond at 2187 Lexington Road, across from Whitehall Elementary School.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow.
It's time to winterize your home, and Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration is here to make sure that your home is ready for when the snow and everything that comes with this time of year finally makes it our way. Call today and schedule a free inspection and consultation with an honest source that is willing to make sure you get what you need. Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration. Like them on Facebook or visit KentuckyRoofWorks.com for more information.
Welcome back to Live at 5, WBON TV Channel 9. A nice day out there in the bluegrass, a little bit warmer even today, more than yesterday. We got Sam in the Weather Center, going to let us know how long these milder temperatures are going to stick around.
Thanks, Grenolyn, and welcome everybody. It's been a wonderful Wednesday out here as we look through the overnight. It's going to stay nice and mild. And for the day tomorrow, we're waiting on this area of low pressure moving in from the southwest, and this is lifting a lot of Gulf moisture our direction. So all this rain is going to push through with this area of low pressure basically lifting up here to the northeast. Eventually we get on the backside going into Friday, and that's going to lead to some breezy conditions. Now looking at Thursday night and into our Friday, we currently have a marginal threat, level 1 out of 4 of flash flooding in western part of the state, a level 2 out of 4. That's a slight risk. So we're going to have to watch out for some of those rainfall amounts to possibly exceed flash flood guidance. Right now we're looking at about 1 to 2 inches area wide. Could be a little bit higher than that, especially if we get some thunderstorms in here or we get some training of the heaviest bands of rain. That'll be Thursday evening and into Friday morning, then clearing, breezy winds on Friday, a little cooler on Saturday. Now we will have some morning fog around by Saturday morning. Looking at low temperatures out the door, we'll be in the upper 20s to low 30s out here. High temperature, again, pretty dry afternoon for the most part. We'll be around 55. Most of that rain, maybe a few light showers may trickle in here around 4 or 5 p.m. And this model showing the bulk of it kind of moving through around 9, 10 p.m. and continuing on into Friday morning. And then after about 7 a.m., we should start to see that begin to clear. Again, most of the models coming in right around 1.5 inches to about 1.75 inches of rainfall. This is the timing of it, kind of breaking it down into the afternoon here Thursday. So afternoon, get around 1 p.m., we have about a 50 to 60% chance of some of those showers moving in. So you'll be able to see it on radar. Again, we cool down. That's mainly with some morning fog on Saturday. We warm right back up on Sunday. Breezy winds on Friday.
Thanks, Sam. I'm liking those sunshines there for the early part of next week. Of course, you can check out that forecast anytime. It's up at our website, WBONTV.com. And you can also check that out on our Facebook page. Last Thursday, Richmond police arrested a woman on charges of abuse. According to the arrest citation, officers were dispatched to a residence around 12:30 a.m. in response to a report of a physical altercation between a mother and daughter. At the scene, police made contact with 3 children and their mother, Heather Berry, who had sustained a head injury. Berry told police she couldn't remember much, but believed she had been hit on the head with a cell phone during a fight with her daughter. The daughter, according to the citation, stated that she and Berry had gotten into an argument during which Berry had pushed her against the wall. When she tried to walk away, Berry physically assaulted her and took the daughter's phone. Another argument started over the phone, which resulted in Berry physically assaulting her daughter a second time. The citation states that the arguments occurred in front of the daughter's siblings. A walkthrough of the house revealed deplorable living conditions. Berry was arrested and charged with second-degree criminal abuse and fourth-degree assault, lodged in the Madison County Detention Center. A Clay County man was arrested today after a grand jury indictment. Anthony Allen, 43, was arrested stemming from a drug investigation that began on December the 19th of 2024. According to Stanton Police, Allen was lodged on the following charges: trafficking in controlled substance, first-degree fentanyl, trafficking and controlled substances first-degree second offense methamphetamine, public intoxication, as well as drug paraphernalia by possess. This past Tuesday evening, the Laurel County Sheriff's Office arrested a fugitive. According to officials, 59-year-old Belvy Jackson of East Bernstadt was arrested off Kentucky 909, about 9 miles north of London, around 5 p.m. Jackson, who is wanted by the New York City Police Department on a felony warrant, was charged with being a fugitive from another state. He's lodged in the Laurel County Correctional Center awaiting extradition. Well, the October arrest of 66-year-old John Hardwick, a Danville man with dementia for alleged shoplifting continues to fuel controversy. Despite the charges being dropped, community outrage over the incident and the arresting officer's action persists. An online petition demanding the dismissal of Officer T.J. Godby and gathered over 5,000 signatures. Danville Mayor J.H. Adkins finally addressed the situation, expressing confidence in the police department's training and calling the incident complicated. He suggested more information is needed beyond sound bites and short video snippets. This response drew sharp criticism from Hardwick's attorney, Ephraim Helton, who described that as a disservice and disingenuous, arguing that no context could justify the officer's actions. The petition's creator, who remains anonymous, expressed disappointment that Adkins didn't specifically address the officer. They emphasized the need for community support, urging everyone to sign the petition. Adkins confirmed ongoing external and internal reviews. Police Chief Anthony Gray also released a statement pledging transparency and community trust, highlighting the department's training and commitment to citizen protection. The controversy, however, shows no sign of abating, with the community continuing to demand accountability. Well, a new push in Frankfort could bring the 10 Commandments into Kentucky classrooms again. Bill 116, filed by Representative Richard White of Moorhead, would let local school boards allow teachers or administrators to post and or read excerpts from the 10 Commandments in classrooms or at school events. Unlike laws in other states, this bill wouldn't require schools to display the commandments. It simply gives them the option. This comes as an 18-state coalition led by Kentucky Attorney General Russell Coleman appeals a decision blocking a Louisiana law requiring all schools to display the 10 Commandments. In November, a federal judge blocked a similar law in Louisiana, calling it overtly religious, but Kentucky Attorney General Russell Coleman is leading an 18-state coalition to support the law. Supporters argued that the commandments hold historical value, which critics said the bill violates the separation of church and state. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere else. We've got sports coming up next with Michael Watkins.
The EKU men's and women's basketball teams are both looking to stake their claim as the top team in the Atlantic Sun Conference, and WBON-TV is excited to bring you live, free over-the-air coverage of Colonels basketball. Select games are set to air free over-the-air on WBON-TV, including 5 big conference games for both the men and women. For a complete list of games or to learn more about how you can watch, visit the WBON-TV Facebook page or WBONTV.com. Sponsored by Chenault Vineyards, Kentucky Public Service Commission, the City of Richmond, Botany Bay, and Davis and Haymond PSC.
Discover the hometown difference at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Kentucky. Family owned and operated for 60 years, we're dedicated to providing outstanding customer service in a welcoming atmosphere. Our friendly staff is here to help you find the perfect vehicle and keep it running smoothly. Take a look at our new and quality pre-owned vehicles at jackburford.com.
Estill County EMA CSEP is a huge asset to those in Estill and surrounding counties. CSEP in Estill County has partnered with Everbridge to bring you alert and notification services that will allow you to maintain your contact info and ensure you receive alerts for locations in Estill County that are important to you. For more information and to register your device, visit EstillCountyEMA.net. You can also stay up to date with your county by following Estill County EMA CSEP on Facebook, helping you stay safe at home. know.
Hey y'all, it's Sawyer.
And Gus and Petey.
From Hickson Punson, Kentucky Lawyers.
Sawyer, can I ask you a question? If size matters, why did David beat Goliath?
That's because it's not the size of the dog in the fight that matters, it's the size of the fight in the dog. If you've been hurt in an accident and want local lawyers who will fight for you, call Mr. Josh Nydad yet.
Call 859-777-7000 or visit honestdealers.com.
At the Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, we have activities galore, including video games, bowling, pool, delicious food at Champions, plus karaoke and live entertainment 7 days a week. Enjoy the climate-controlled patio, watch NFL football, and your Kentucky Wildcats all season long. The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Bar and Grill, just off exit 87 at 1025 Amberley Way in Richmond.
Hey Madison County, did you know Berea Ace Hardware is more than just a hardware store? Berea Ace Hardware carries the top brands like Skag, Echo, Steel, Spartan, Toro, Bentelli e-bikes, Wolf brand scooters, Trailmaster go-karts, and Red Cat Racing RC cars. Check us out at BereaAce.com. We sell fun at Berea Ace.
This is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
All four boys' high school teams in the county were in action last night, with two of them facing each other. Today we look back at all three games, and Michael also announces our first Player of the Week award winner in today's Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report.
It's my favorite day of the week, a hump day edition of the Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report. And hey, what, another busy night of hoops last night with some big games in the area and some big-time performances for some of our county teams and players. We'll start in Richmond, where Madison Central re-upped their annual meeting with Louisville Trinity on their home floor, looking to rebound from a loss to Frederick Douglass in their last game. Another incredible performance from Jake Feldhaus, who notched another 30-point double-double, adding 12 rebounds to his total. Jake has been incredible this year, and Central, with this class of juniors, continues to impress against some of the top teams around the state. Luke Asher also got back on track as the junior put up 21 points and grabbed 6 rebounds, and Cody Morrison pitched in with 10. Central still sits back in 4th in the RPI standings of the 11th region, behind 3 teams that have beaten them this year, all 3 teams ranked inside the top 10 statewide. And coming up on Thursday, the Indians will travel to Lexington to face the team in 5th place in the 11th region RPI standings, Henry Clay. In a game we had for you here on WBON last night, the Madison Southern Eagles staked their claim as still the top team hailing from the city of Berea with a 49-42 win over the Pirates last night. In a defensive battle, Kaysen Nobby scored a game-high 14 points in his return to the lineup after missing the last game for the Eagles, and sophomore Jordan Dunaway had a huge game, grabbing a season-high 15 rebounds and adding 13 points. Berea hung around all game but could never get over the hump as they dropped to 7-11 on the season with the loss. Jack Hemingway led them with 12 points. The Model Patriots got closer to a 500 record last night with a 67-44 win on the road at Williamstown, led by Riley Millet's 20 points and Landon Kidd's 19. And all 4 local boys teams return to action tomorrow night. Speaking of tomorrow night, we have yet another in-county matchup with the Madison Central Lady Indians looking to remain undefeated when they host the Berea Lady Pirates. Over the years, this matchup has been very interesting, but with the Lady Pirates in a bit of a rebuild season with multiple underclassmen in the lineup, the Lady Indians will celebrate senior night as a heavy home favorite. The last 8 meetings between the two programs have split, but Lady Indians have won the last 2 and will look to head into the weekend in a matchup with Nicholas County on Saturday with a 20-0 record. Speaking of the Lady Indians, our first Mammoth Bar and Grill Player of the Week is Cameron Ridrikoff from Madison Central. The senior led the Lady Indians in scoring in 2 of their 3 wins last week, averaging 16 points per game and showcasing her all-around game. We'll be live there tomorrow night to see her and Central in action as they take on Berea, and we'll have the senior night festivities on air as well. For the Mammoth Bar and Grill Sports Report, I'm Michael Watkins.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Michael Watkins, and Samantha Burford as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. on WBON Channel 9 and on radio at Y92.5, V99.3, and WKXO Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by Aero Auto Glass, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop Small Engine Repair.
When the awful Michigan weather makes its way down I-75, you want your vehicle ready for anything. Holland Sons Auto Care knows there's no good time to break down, but especially when it's ice cold outside. So get that preventative maintenance taken care of at Holland Sons on North Keeneland Drive in Richmond. Holland Sons works on the smallest repairs all the way up to major engine work, and they can work on Chevy, Mercedes, and everything in between. So no need to take your German car up to Lexington to overpay when Holland Sons is just off exit 90 in Richmond. Call 859-626-7695 for Holland Sons Auto Care.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
I love this card.
Thanks. Go Colonels. Is it here?
Hey, Coach, it's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with the new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
It's that time of year when we are day and night driving with our kids all over. Your car never stops. At Amco Transmissions, we make sure to keep you rolling. We have the latest technology, certified technicians, and longest warranty to keep your vehicles running strong. We specialize in all foreign and domestic transmissions, drivetrain, or just general maintenance. Did you know at Amco, the average customer saves $1,800 in comparison to the dealer? And Amco has a longer warranty. Come see us at Amco Transmission for the best service and the cheapest prices around. AA MCO.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond has you covered with all your battery needs, plus they're your local stop for U-Haul and your vehicle key and fob headquarters. Check out their new auto detail shop, Aces Detailing, located at Batteries Unlimited. They do simple detailing with a deep, thorough clean for the inside, wash and wax options for the outside, and a deep clean of the engine bay when your ride is dirty. Check out Aces Detailing at Batteries Unlimited.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. Well, it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. We've got Wanted Wednesday with the Kentucky State Police. This week, the KSP is looking for Norman Ray Dukes. Take a look at that picture up on your screen now. Dukes is from the Louisville area and is wanted for 2 felony probation violations. Dukes is listed as having multiple tattoos, including a full sleeve on his arm and a pit bull on his neck. He is listed as 6 foot 1 inch tall with brown eyes and black hair. And if you have any information about Mr. Duke's location, you are asked to contact local law enforcement. Go ahead and take one more look there at Mr. Dukes. Again, that is Norman Ray Dukes, 51, and he is wanted on felony probation violations. Contact your local KSP post if you have any information on his whereabouts. Well, it is almost the end of January, and that means you should have already registered for your child's soccer team. But if you haven't, that deadline is Friday. Don't delay. You can email rec@musasoccer.com to get that registration started. It's the spring registration, and you can make sure that you are registered before the deadline. It's going to be a great season, and it means that spring is almost here. Have a great day. Have a great afternoon. And, of course, I will see you tomorrow live at 5.